Welcome to my daily review. You're looking at a daily chart of the Nasdaq, which got smoked today. Nice distribution day, a loss of 299, call it 300 points or 1.67%. You can see the volume 9% below the average daily volume, and it usually is below average. You can see this the last couple of weeks below that red. That's a 50-day moving average. So yeah, the volume is light, but still the losses are the same. And for the week now, the Nasdaq is down 12 points, so 0.007%. So after the rebound, it's giving a little back. Not to be, I talk about it all the time. When they come straight up from the lows, you got to expect some profit taking along the way, and that's what we saw today. The Nasdaq closed just a tick below its 50 there, 0.1%. So the 17,619 is a tick below the 17,633, about 14 points below. I could get it back tomorrow. There's caution ahead of Jerome Powell speaking tomorrow, and this is definitely what you would call a bearish engulfing candle, where the high of the day was above yesterday's high and the low was below yesterday's high, and closed near the lows of the session, about 30 points off the lows, which was what, 589. So yeah, 619, about 30 points off the low. So not a good day. And I'm not gonna, try to sugarcoat it. On days like today, I just try to look for areas of strength. The SPY looks, like it's consolidating as well. Another give back day in this for less than 1% though. What did I say the Nasdaq was? I gotta go back. Because when the Nasdaq is down 1.1 and 2/3, you can expect your growth stocks to be down 3 or 4 or 5%. Anyway, the SPY, is above its 50, doing a little better than the Nasdaq. You can see it's just consolidating here, but once again, straight up from the lows, you're going to give some back at some point, and today was that point. This is the MDY S&P Mid Cap 400. And it's 2% above its 50, so much healthier than the Nasdaq, and then the Russell 2000 or the IWM 2% above the 50 as well. So just take it one day at a time. Today was not a good day for the Nasdaq, and usually when the Nasdaq is down like this, you're going to see stocks like Apple having a rough time of it, but it was only down less than 1%. Microsoft as well. I think the only sector that was up was financials and energy. Microsoft, this chart looks terrible. That's why I haven't been showing it. Tesla, I think it closed around 210 today. Yeah, okay. 216. Okay. Let's see here. All right. 210 after hours, 211. So that chart, it closed below its 50. So that's adios muchachos for me if I was holding that one. Meta still looks pretty decent. It looked like it was going to run this morning as it opened up, but then pulled back. Only 0.6% down today. So hang in there, folks. Maybe tomorrow. You can definitely see it's consolidating here in this big base since that old 531 back in April. It's just been consolidating. So keep your eyes on the Apple, and then NVIDIA, the last of these that I'm going to show. Took a hit today, 3.6%. They're going to report earnings next week. So that's what's going to drive that stock one way or the other. The earnings. All right. I am not going to go through all the negative stuff. You know where it is. I'm going to just look for some strength on days like today. And then the defense names were showing strength. I mean, yeah, up 1/3%, but still, you can see it's making new highs. This is FTAI aviation. You can see this summer volume, just low volume here, profile. CW, Curtiss-Wright, another one up, nearly 1%. A tape like this, just acknowledging strength here. That's all. HWM, Howmet. I had those two on our ready list recently. They've both been doing really well. How I Met My Mother, aerospace, HWM, up 1/3%, not bad. And then Northrop Grumman, I believe this one made a new high today. Yeah, it certainly did. 511.87, then pulled back a little bit, but still up 0.5%. I don't know what's going on after hours. I'm seeing a lot of action here, but I'm not paying attention because I'm trying to do my homework. SE This one was up, when the Nasdaq down 1.67%, this one's up. So just making note, this one was on our ready list and it's just extended now. Would not be chasing it way up there. CROX. CROX was strong today, but kind of pulled back with the market weakness. It was up 1%. Yesterday they announced Hey Dude had signed on Sydney Sweeney for their global spokesperson. And Hey Dude, they're going to market it to females around the world. I guess she's got like 21 million Instagram followers. But Hey Dude is a brand that has been taken over by the Stanley PR guy, Terrence Riley, who CROX recently hired. And he was responsible for the Quencher Cup going viral last year, the pink cups, the drink water out of or whatever beverages. And so I think the Barbie movie helped that one, but he definitely he was striking while the iron was hot last summer with the pink Quencher Cup. And they expect him to do big things here for Hey Dude. And if Hey Dude gets it together, CROX could really be a powerhouse because the CROX brand is on fire, but Hey Dude's dragging them down. I think it was like a negative 19% growth last quarter in Hey Dude, and CROX still had 4% sales growth. So if they could get actual growth from Hey Dude, and the comps are pretty easy now. This guy does his job. CROX could be it's a stock to watch. That's all I'm going to say. ONON, this was on our ready list this week. Down 6/10. What is it? Yeah, 0.62%. And today's tape just being down 27 cents. I'll take that all day long. And then Shark Ninja, put this one on our ready list last night, but the tape was just terrible today, down 1.3%. Just an inside day, a quiet inside day, just forming this little shelf here. I like it above, that 92.47. So if it could trade above there, it's got blue skies, and one that I'm definitely interested if the market would just cooperate. Dick's Sporting Goods, I believe it made a new high, then pulled back today with the market weakness. But new highs are always good. Speaking of which, Transmedics Group made a new high today, 176 and change. So yeah, new highs are good. We like that. It did pull back with the market weakness, but still ended up higher on a day like today. We'll take it. PRCT, this one had this big move yesterday, and they just give 4% back today. I mean, it was up 28% yesterday and get back 4 today. So you don't want to have too much more give back there. Another one in this group is Lantheus, pulled back to its 50, and now it's starting to bounce, and that's what you want to see. You said 100 level, I like it. Now it's above 100. So keep my eyes on Lantheus. And then TEM is Tempest AI down, had a big move recently. You can see it's like 40 to what did it go up to today? 77, then pulled back. A wild stock here. And then the last one in this group, NTRA. I think it made a new high today and pulled back 124.74. Yeah, just by 2 cents. But anyway, just trying to acknowledge some strength, and you got some volume here in this week tape. That one has a buy point at 117. I did not put it on, so sorry about that. Had a good couple of weeks, the last 2 weeks here in the market bounce. This one bounced 15% one week and then 8% the next. So NTRA is one to watch. All right. Moving on, some other names that I am interested in that are doing well. Just give a little bit of a give back today. SEZL, Finance Specialty, thinly traded. You can see that only 104,000, but it's got the earnings and sales growth that I like. So VIRT, this is one that I did put on. Just nothing burger, flat today. Up 0.75% with, and today's tape is pretty good though. I just like it, below 30 here. If it trades above there and it's got blue skies, and I like it even more. And then the other one is CWAN, Clearwater Analytics, made a new high, then pulled back a little bit. If you look at this weekly, you can see it's just emerging from this stage 1 base and trying to get into this ascending mode. institutional advance mode, I guess you would call it. This is the earnings line heading due north and looks pretty darn good. So I'm keeping my eye on that one as well. The financial space, Lilly, speaking of new highs, Lilly made a new high today as well, but gave back some with just the weakness, overall weakness in the tape. It was really smoking at the beginning. It was up $25 or something, up to 972 the first half hour, 35 minutes, and then just give it back the rest of the session with the general market weakness. HROW, another medical biotech stock making new highs. That one's showing strength. That one is flexing in a weak tape. It doesn't care. Novartis, another one making new highs. Man, the AstraZeneca and Novartis, what's going on with these two? I guess Bernie Sanders isn't after these guys. They're doing great. And then Halo is made a new high and then just pulled back, but still outstanding fundamentals here. Halo looks good. I wouldn't be chasing it up here though, above 60. You got to let these moving averages catch up. Okay. The one group that just like a bad penny just keeps coming back. This is the medical long-term care, the number 2 group, and these guys just keep romping higher. They don't care about the index at all. And it makes sense, with the boomers aging, this is, senior living communities are, pretty popular. The other one is PACS. This one got upgraded last week, had a big move, and just, nothing to say there. Was flat today, but flat in today's tape was really good. And it's just allowing the moving averages to catch up here. It kind of goes sideways a little bit. And then the last one in this group is ENSG, Ensign Group. Another one of these, 297 nursing facilities and 192 assisted living facilities across the United States. And anyway, you can see how it made this high of 147, pull back to the 21, found support. Now it's just surfing its 10, closed today 2.5% above the 10. So yeah, that's what you like if you're a trend trader. That looks beautiful. Okay, moving on to go to another exciting group here. Not the air conditioning group. This is the insurance group. BRO, BRO, my favorite ticker symbol, one of my favorite ticker symbols anyway. Just, showing strength. I'm just showing strength here. I'm not saying I'm buying these things or to run out and buy them right away. But you know what? If I bought this thing, I guarantee it would come back down about 10%. So that's why I'm staying away from and letting them run without me. Aflac, the duck, just making new highs. Just, yeah. ACGL. Arch Capital Group breaking out of a base here. So I'm showing you this one up nearly 2% in today's tape. So, if you can get it 104 area, looks actionable there. All right, off to the software group. You probably thought there was no software names doing anything today, the way the Nasdaq was selling off, but CLBT, Cellbrite, flat on the session. Actually, it was up, 2/3%, not bad in today's tape. So definitely taking note of the strength there. APP, yeah, down 2%. I still like this thing right there around the 92 level. It moves fast, but like I said, stuff that comes straight up off the bottom, it's going to have some of these, bouts of selling here. That's just, the way it's going to be. There's going to be profit takers. And so, and this one still, even though the pullback today, 2%, 5.2% above the 10. So let it handle out here a little bit. Definitely a stock of interest for me. Tyler Technologies, we got them here in Arizona. This one just, looking like a flag here. I would just made this high and now it's just pulling back and flagging. This thing looks fantastic. The only thing about this stock though is it's really thinly traded, which I don't like, but it's pinching in here. 261,000 average daily volume, not a lot, but it is a $572 stock. So the dollar volume is fine. Let's see here. What other, GoDaddy, a day ending in Y. So GoDaddy had to make a new high, right? Yeah, it did. Then it pulled back, but it's still, above its 10 EMA. So maybe it goes sideways, have these moving averages catch up. Yeah, it's 1% above the 10. So GoDaddy just looking strong. And same with Parsons, PSN computer software. I have no idea what they do. Provides technology-based solutions in the defense, intelligence, and critical infrastructure markets. I just look at it technically and it's making new highs, so I like that. All right, the networking stocks. I don't know why I'm doing this. Arista Networks only down 1%, while the Nasdaq was down. So, it's just consolidating within a base here. Once again, straight up from the bottom now, it's going sideways, and that's what you want to see. You don't want to see the give back and diving through the moving averages. Sideways is fine. Allow the moving averages to catch up. CRDO, CRDO Tech Group. This one's got this 30, I guess 34 area would be an area of interest if it pulled back there, but made a big move on Wednesday of 12%, nearly 13% give back to today. So not a bad ratio there. Got to allow the moving averages to catch up though. And then FFIV, this is F5, your network solutions. This one, nearing a buy point there around that 196 area and pull back near its 10 today. So definitely a stock of interest. It's F5. FFIV is the ticker symbol. All right, I've got to get to the hospital group. I should have done this one with the long-term care, but another group that's top 10. THC making new high today. Another one of my favorite ticker symbols. I buy stocks because of the ticker symbol. No, that's not true. THC looking good. HCA, another hospital name in that group making new highs, man, just flexing here. This is ridiculous. 1.7% gain today. And then ARDT, this is one that I like because it's just a new issue, an IPO going through its due diligence phase here. And it's got that buy point there around $18. So it's just one that I'm watching pull back to its 10 today. So ARDT is one to watch. Okay, a couple others. I'm going to go to the restaurant groups because they actually got some love today. Despite the retail sales last week, then this thing has been kind of struggling and hovering around that 106 buy point area. So SHAK is one of interest. Same with Sweet Green, straight up from the bottom, now going sideways. So that looks fine to me as well. And then in the security safety stocks, you just making new highs. This one looks ridiculous, flagging a little bit here, but making new highs, so that's showing strength. I got to look at this one on the weekly. Yeah, just broke out of that stage 1 base, so now it's in this advanced stage, and you can see with that earnings line heading straight north, you better believe the stock's going to follow that if they continue to deliver strong earnings. This market is rewarding earnings, so that's one thing that it makes it a little easier. Just find the stocks with quality earnings growth, and you should be okay. This is AXON. This is the ones that make the what do they call it? Tasers. It used to be taser, and now they make the cameras, the body cams for law enforcement. Anyway, just going sideways after a move like this, 19% move, just going sideways, allowing the moving averages to catch up is good. Like a little shelf type pattern there. Axon going sideways in the lighter volume here, so it looks good. And then last but not least, NSSC, which is NAPCO Security, manufactures intrusion and fire alarms, building access control systems. So this one just going sideways, allowing the moving averages to catch up. It's straight up from the bottom, though. I mean, it made a move from 46 to 58. So it's just kind of resting here. That one looks pretty good as well. Anyway, that's it for me. Thank you for watching. Tomorrow, Jerome Powell is going to speak and the market's going to be volatile. Remember, usually the first move is the wrong move. So if he speaks, he's going to speak at 7 a.m. West Coast time, 10 a.m. on the East Coast. So a half hour into this session. I really wish he wouldn't speak during this session, but you can't always get what you want. And it's going to be volatile. If he speaks and the market drops, that would be, to me, a buy signal, because it usually reverses, maybe not the same day, but next week. And if it rallies hard, then I might be trimming some of my stuff because it usually reverses. So the first move is usually a fake out. This is just something to note for tomorrow. Anyway, thank you for watching. At mcstockcharts.com, we never give up. In honor of the great Steve Jobs, I have one more thing, and that's tonight's earnings reports, which I didn't really pay much attention to. I'm just going by the after hours action here. And, these things can reverse tomorrow. I don't know what Workday said. It's down nearly 5% after hours. So it certainly didn't help out Snowflake yesterday. Snowflake was down a lot after hours, I think 10%, and closed down nearly 15% today. So sorry for the longs at Snowflake. Intuit reported tonight after the close. I believe it was higher. Yeah, 2.5%. Looks like it's going to break out of that base there at 675, you call it. And it's up $7 above that buy point right there. So $17 move. But like I say, you got to be careful in after hours because they can reverse. CAVA, I didn't see their report, but I did see the reaction was pretty good, up 6%. So actually, I lied. They did show 35% sales growth and 14% same store sales growth. So that's pretty good for CAVA. A nice move higher for that one. Bill, I did see their report. They beat on the top and bottom line and had a 300 million stock buyback program somewhere around there. I'll have more in the morning on these, but that's having a positive reaction too in the computer software group. 5 billion market cap. It's not going to move the sector like maybe a Workday would, but Bill looks pretty good. And then ROST Stores. They had a nice positive response to their earnings. You can see it's breaking out from that 153.06 buy point up 162 after hours. So good for ROST Stores. 50 billion market cap. That could help, the clothing group like Burl maybe. Yeah, it's up 2% after hours. Or maybe even, CROX, some of these shoe sales. Yeah, this is up after hours on holding. So the retail group, yeah, Ross is a big one. Anyway, I'll have more in the morning on that. Maybe I have to include some more retail stuff. Anyway, once again, thank you for watching at mcstockcharts.com. We never give up. Have a good evening.